underway in a moment for game number 4 of our best of 7 with the 76ers trying to become the 4th team to win the championship in 4 straight games. And we'll have a jump between Ivoroni and Cooper. Michael Cooper, who has come off the bench. When Magic Johnson was hurt 2 years ago, Cooper was prominent in a starting role, but basically he has come off the bench as primarily a defensive performer. He has a dislocated shoulder. Andrew Toney hits from the baseline and also a cut.
Hardest game for the Sixers to play this year.
Basket counts and a foul, and one of the few times we've been able to see Magic Johnson go practically the length of the floor with one of his forays. They have 24 seconds to try a shot. And here come the Lakers. Magic finds Wilkes, who loses it out of bounds. Philadelphia ball. Pat Riley, who is fined $3,000 by the league for his remarks and the officiating in game number 2. Malone can't do it. Ivoroni gets the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. James Worthy, the fine rookie, out with a broken leg. McAdoo is hurt. Nixon is hurt. Julius Malone, the offensive rebound. And that's what he does best. Irving is on Jamal Wilkes, and he has done a super job on Wilkes defensively in this series. From the corner, Irving over Wilkes gets the rebound, and the lead pass intercepted by Cooper. Magic all the way. And Moses Malone has it slapped away, and a loose ball foul will be called against the Lakers. Andrew Toney back on defense, and Jamal Wilkes beats the Sixers down the court, and the basket is good. And a foul as well. The Lakers haven't seen enough of this kind of play in this series to suit them, Bill.
Well, I think that one of the things that here's a pass from Magic. He gets the ball, and he's always looking up court. And there's Jamal Wilkes free, because if you're free, Magic can get the ball to you.
And he's guarding Andrew Toney, an explosive scorer who has scored very well, although nothing like the way we have seen him in the past. He once scored 46 against this Laker team. Maurice Cheeks from the baseline. Maurice Cheeks, the point guard, has set the tempo and one of the top scorers for Philadelphia. And Kareem comes back with his first basket decisively. Our 5th tie of the game right here. Broken 7-6.
Only lost 1 game, and they're still nervous.
We've had 6 lead changes, and the Lakers will try to make it 7 right here. Michael Cooper has it knocked away, and Rambis with a fake on Malone, gets Malone in the air, and gives the Lakers the lead once more. Back and forth we go. We have 7.5 minutes remaining in the first period. Cooper, Cheeks gets away. Now Michael is all over Julius Erving. Rambis went right at Malone. And we'll have a Laker foul as Clement Johnson comes into the ball game. The free agent rookie from Virginia goes to the bench. Foul is on Rambis as he really went at it. Malone, his first personal foul. There it is, the alley-oop done to perfection by Toney and Julius Erving, and lead change number 8 in this first period.
Now here's what I mean by wide open game. Magic, this is something that he's not been able to do very much in the series so far, is run that ball up and get those kind of shots off for their team.
Now we have a new clock, and Clement Johnson will inbound for Philadelphia. Sixers trying to become the 2nd team in a decade to win a title with the best record, and Julius Erving seems like a man possessed off the early start. He has 4 points. He has been a defensive force coming off the bench in this series. Kareem inside against Malone. That's normally where Malone gets the ball against Kareem, and there's nothing that anyone can do about that. Magic gets it inside. 3 red shirts around, and it was Clement Johnson, Malone, and Julius Erving.
A whole group of them.
Malone blocked the shot, and goaltending will be called, and Julius Erving will get credit for the basket.
Now Magic wants to know why his wasn't goaltending. They think it's a mismatch because Magic is trying to guard Malone.
He takes advantage of it. Sixers have run off 6 straight points and lead by 7, and that's broken with Kareem's mini skyhook. But he has been somewhat of a disappointment here. Kareem another hook. His second in a row, and the Lakers come within 3. Johnson with Clint Richardson. Gambling his cheeks. Good pass to Randall. Magic with a fine assist.
Now Magic is forcing that ball up.
The Lakers' leading scorer in the playoffs and the series. He has just passed Wilt Chamberlain to move into 4th place on the all-time NBA playoff scoring chart.
That's a lot of points.
And he's second to Wilt in the all-time NBA scoring. Clement Johnson crashes the offensive boards, but Magic Johnson comes around, looking for some opening. Bobby Jones, and Magic goes in and draws the foul. Jones was all over Magic Johnson, and finally he says, the heck with this, I'm just going to go to the hoop.
A lot of things they do are very subtle. The things that they're capable of, you don't see very often, so you don't know that they're capable of them. But he can go to the basket, he can make the outside shot, besides being a great passer.
Spence, he's the Lakers' top rebounder, but he has not had 10 assists or 10 rebounds in any one game of the 7 men who have scored. Wild shot, 5 seconds to go. Cooper looks up at the clock and pulls up for the shot. A three-pointer. We got a long way to go in this game. 1 period is history, but the Lakers have taken the lead on this 3-point shot by Michael Cooper.
That's a good way to end the quarter. Now to see how these guys will play after the newness of the game wears off.
LA 26, Philly 24 will return to the Forum after this word from your local station. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Bobby Jones with a screen from Malone.
And a great shot, a running left-hander.
Tony working against Cooper. What a move by Andrew Toney. Went around one of the better defensive players in the league as if he were just standing there.
And he used the basket as a screen on the shot so that Kareem couldn't get to it to try to block it.
As if he were just standing there.
And he used the basket as a screen on the shot so that Kareem couldn't get to it to try to block it.
Magic Johnson had missed his last 5 shots before he hit that basket. You did the Lakers a lead. They haven't had more than a 2-point lead in this game. Philly was up by 5 in the first period, and Bobby Jones hits his second in a row. So we have another tie. Game 4, best of 7. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell. Lakers trail the Sixers 3 games to none. Philadelphia looking for a sweep to go home to a big parade in the Quaker City. Kareem skyhook, and he has 14 points now. He is the leading scorer in this series. McGee gives it up to Magic. 2 in a row for Magic Johnson. And Julius Erving is going to come back in the game. He has 2 fouls, and he'll be coming back in.
All right.
But you're right, 36 isn't old. I mean, you're only 38, and you're young as anything. Here's Cheeks on a feed from Ivoroni. Is fouled inside.
He would have been there in time to pick that pass off.
Maurice Cheeks, who has averaged nearly 14 points against the Lakers and 6 assists a game. He already has 5 assists.
And he's the key man on their defense. See, they have a lot of blocked shots.
Keep in mind, they've been behind till the second half in all of the games so far. Malone gets the rebound, and if you look at Moses' stats in the first half, they're not impressive. But look at him when the game's over. Tony, Cheeks. Get up! Maurice Cheeks, one of the best shooters for Philadelphia in this series and in the playoffs. And the Laker lead has been cut to 2. 8:20 remaining in the first half. We're at the Forum in Inglewood. Wilkes from Magic Johnson. Bobby Jones will check back in a moment. There's Bobby. Magic Johnson gets position inside. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Julius misses the shot. The offensive rebound by Malone. The basket will count in a foul. This is the time for the Lakers to be careful. In the last 2 games, they had good leads midway through the second period, but the Sixers closed the gap and came on strong in the second half. Coming out with it is Magic. Against Tony. We're back to live action.
You can't just screen him. You have to also jump for the ball.
Wilkes banks it in. Jamal Wilkes. who's not had a chance to consistently do the things that he does to burn opponents, get free in the corner for his outside shot. Cheeks has the shot blocked by Kareem. The Lakers by 9. Magic will go to the line and try to make it 11, and the crowd loves the Laker effort. They're not listening to me. The Lakers have an 11-point lead. Magic has 12 of his 17 points in this second period. We have 5:09 remaining in the first half. Keep in mind that the Lakers have led by 4 points at the half on one occasion and 3 points twice. Malone. Kareem to the rebound. Cradles the ball and gets it to Michael Cooper, but Philadelphia is back on defense as they have been throughout the series, cutting off the Laker break so well. Clement Johnson fronting Kareem, gets it out to Cooper. Jamal Wilkes over Julius.
Now
They've done it for the most part. But the Lakers have the impetus here, and there's another turnover. 4:12 to go in the first half. Trying to make it a 15-point lead, and they do.
Now here's that Magic man. As he runs up, he points, sees the open man, Michael Cooper, coming on from the other side. Great athletic play by Cooper, though. Great pass, too.
And Michael Cooper's reaction. He is starting this game without Norm Nixon, who is on the bench. Kurt Rambis is back in the ball game, replacing Landsberger. And Maurice Cheeks got free on a pass from Andrew Toney. So Cheeks now has 10 points. He's the leading scorer for Philadelphia. Now let's see if the Sixers can close the gap, something they've been able to do in every game so far before the first half. Clement Johnson on Kareem, and Jamal has used his body well to move out a few of those Sixers. He has hit his last 4 shots. Once again, a 15-point lead. Matches the biggest of the game for the Lakers. 3:24 remaining in the first half. The crowd is with the Lakers all the way. Toney goes in.
That was just an outstanding move. The pick up there, he goes right down the middle. Knows where he wants to go.
Lakers have had their problems inbounding the ball in their own half of their court and getting points out of it. Not that time. That's Wilkes with 12. Sixers had a 7-point lead early in the game, and since then it's been all LA. Foul. You ask why Philadelphia wants to win now and not take any chances. You saw what happened when the Lakers failed to win the 5th game against San Antonio. Went to San Antonio for game 6, and then McAdoo came up with an injury.
They took themselves off. Well, because Philadelphia let up on them, I can tell you that.
Less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. Bobby Jones open to Southwest Louisiana and moved into the starting spot. Actually, during last year's championship. Kareem.
Yeah!
Foul, and the basket counts. Clement Johnson's foul. Julio'sö빙 comes right back in the ball game, and Clement Johnson is out.
Now here's a pass. Kareem gets hit right there, and it goes in anyway. When that happens, that's what you have, those long nights when those guys get all those points on you.
Lakers up by 14, under a minute to go in the first half. Kareem doubled, finds Michael Cooper with a fine pass and a basket. Have opened it up and have maintained leads of 14, 15 points. Game 5, if necessary, will be Thursday night from the Spectrum in Philadelphia, 9 o'clock Eastern time. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wilkes from the corner. Bobby Jones, and the Sixers will try to get on with 2 seconds to go. A three-point attempt. Rims the hoop.
Now that the guy can shoot. That was about 30 feet, and he expected to make it.
But the Lakers have the lead, and they have played their best basketball of the first half. They outscored Philadelphia 39-27 in the second period and hit 70. That's 70% of their shots in the quarter. So at the end of the half, Lakers 65, Sixers 51. We'll be back with Brent Musburger and company here at the Forum in just a moment.
Thank you very much, Dick. We're with the big center from the San Diego Clippers. And Bill Walton, I got to ask you your impressions of Moses Malone.
Moses is playing just great basketball. You know, right now he's very, very quick out there compared to most big men, and that's probably his greatest asset besides his durability and his endurance and just, you know, tremendous stamina over the course of the game and the course of the season. Fine ball player, having a great season, ending up in what appears to be a championship.
Who are you rooting for, quickly?
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Lakers, but I think the Sixers are going to beat them.
Okay, back to Dick Stockton.
And the Lakers, of course, continue leading at halftime in every game of the series. But maybe this man will start to get his motor running. Moses Malone, who has 9 points and 7 rebounds. Andrew Toney, who, along with Cheeks, leads Philadelphia scorers with 11 points. The top scorer, of course, Kareem has 18 and Magic 17. And watching it all from the bench is the scrappy in game Norm Nixon, who is out for the ball game. Sixers jumped out to an 18-11 lead midway in the opening period. Kareem brought him back. The three-point shot by Cooper turned it around, and the Lakers put on the steam in the second. 65-51. And there's Magic. As Kevin Lockery pointed out, Magic is clicking with the outside shot. Or his Cheeks baseline. Rambis. And here comes Philly. Cheeks now goes to the doctor against Cooper. It's tipped. The basket is going to count. It was tipped, goaltending called, and Julius-Erving has his 4th basket of the ball game, and Philadelphia, period.
Yeah, what the Philadelphia defense has done is they've shut it down, and so that's the only shot that's available.
Kareem. That's a good shot to have available.
Right. And that train's about 4 minutes ahead of schedule right now.
10-point lead. You know, anytime our audience hears about trains ahead of schedule, they want to know what you're talking about.
And the guys trying to keep up with Moses.
Toney missed.
And they're fatigued.
And Moses finally got the rebound, and Andrew Toney hits from the corner, and it's an 8-point game, third period. Bobby Jones going in. Can he fly when he gets ahead of steam? Cheeks doubling off. He's the designated double teamer. Malone gets the rebound. He has 11 rebounds in the ball game now. And a chance to bring the 76ers to within 9 points. And Bobby Jones does it from the side. What a terrific playoff he's having. 5 for 6 in this game. He was 7 for 12, 6 for 11 in 2 other games shooting-wise. And that's only part of his asset. Cooper. Malone gets the rebound. Now they can make it 7 with 5:12 remaining. And Bobby Jones goes up. And they're going to call the blocking foul against the Lakers and not the charge against Bobby Jones. And Bobby Jones looks like he is hurt on the floor.
Here's another angle of the same play. Let's see how he lands. That's the thing there. There's where he hit his head on the floor.
I think what happened here is we take another look at that play again is that Jamal Wilkes kind of hit him with his foot and inadvertently stepped on him as he went by, and so that's why Bobby Jones took a while getting up. Last game, the Lakers shot 2 of 14 from the field in the third quarter. Right now, they're 4 for 16.
And what the Sixers have done is they've fine-tuned their defense and decided who would do the shooting and keeping the key guys from getting their shots.
This is as close as the Sixers have come, 8 points. They had it earlier in the third. Now it's 8 again with 4:52. And Cooper gets past Malone and scores. So it's a 10-point game again.
You have no idea what a great play that was that Magic Johnson just made. If he were 6'6", he couldn't have made that play.
Julius open as Bobby Jones. Jones continues to shoot the lights out of the basket, has 13 points on 6 for 7 shooting.
I guess the headache's not bothering him a whole lot.
Kareem looking inside, finds Magic. Good pass. So the Lakers are getting effective passes inside. Last time by Magic, this time by Kareem. It's a 10-point game once more.
And that's the only way you can beat that Philadelphia defense is stretch it out and cut without the ball.
Malone. LA ball. Malone yells foul. Wilkes to Kareem. Skyhook time. Loose ball. Malone just determined And here comes Mo Cheeks. He's got Irving and Jones. He goes to the doctor. And the doctor is fouled inside. Now, so far in the matchup of the small forwards of Wilkes and Julius Erving in this series, the doctor has done a defensive job on Jamal Wilkes. But so far in this game, Wilkes has really broken out to 19 points in the ball game to 8 for Julius Erving. But again, we must tell you that Julius can contribute in so many ways.
Right. And he continues to do it. And sometimes there are people that only can equate his greatness with the number of points he has.
That was 6 years ago. Or 5. Trying to make it a 4-point game. Tony going to the hoop. And a 4-point game. And LA is being challenged here in the waning moments of this third period.
Because what the Sixers have done, as you see, Clint Richard here challenging Magic.
Basket counts and a foul.
Good play by Magic. But what they're doing, Clint Richard is not trying to take the ball from Magic. What he's trying to do is make him take time so the defense can set up. Now here's the strategy, is to make Magic have to protect the ball. And that's a great play there.
Hard to do anything about that play. Magic Johnson now with 26 points, and that three-point play broke an 8-point string by Philadelphia. And Bill, you talked about the 2 runs that they have made in this third period. One early and one late. Moses Malone drives in. 85-80, Lakers with 1:42 to go in the third. Philadelphia leads 3-0 in games, trying to wrap it up in 4 straight. Lakers trying to stay alive and send it to a 5th game in Philadelphia Thursday. Kareem.
Great shot.
Winding down to a minute to go in the third period. And we have an offensive foul against the Lakers that sends Kareem into a rage. And that's why 4 fouls on Kareem, and now Dwight Jones is going to have to come back in.
Now here's the play. Now a good acting job by Moses, because no one can push him that far.
Why is it so easy to do out there and so tough to do inside, right? Closest, the Sixers have come 4 points. It's a 7-point game now, but Kareem is on the bench with 4 personal fouls, and Moses Malone is fouled going up.
And that train is running about 10 minutes ahead of schedule.
Kareem is on the bench. He has scored 22 points. But what do they say about Moses Malone? At a certain point in the ball game, he says, I'm tired. And if I'm tired, the other guy must really be tired. Now I'm going to start to play.
Well, see, now Mark Landsberger is doing a good job, but he's just wearing him out. You see out there 2 or 3 minutes of pushing with him. He loves it.
Between the shot clock and the game clock, Malone. Short shot doesn't make it. And here comes LA. And here's Cooper. And Bobby Jones fouled him from behind, but he made sure Cooper wasn't going to get the basket and the foul, wasn't it?
That's the kind of play you have to make. You have to try to make. As I said earlier, Julius is the only one I've seen to be able to pull that play off without fouling, although Bobby Jones got awful close on that one. Now here comes the great pass from Magic right out front. And there comes Bobby Jones, never give up, right there.
Michael Cooper had his knee cut with a coffee can tin when he was a youngster. Had 100 stitches. They said he may never walk again. And he runs as well as anyone. 7 seconds to go. Turnover to Magic Johnson. Shuffles it inside to Dwight Jones. And Landsberger's shot counts. Here's how it happened, and Landsberger's shot counted at the end. He just got it off inside.
Great pass. Shot was missed. Ball bounced away. Max Landberg comes up. 2.
And we'll return to the forum after these messages and a word from your local station. I have only 5 for Philadelphia. No one else has as many as 4. Philadelphia trying to wrap it up in 4 straight. Malone. He would like to. When it all started, he said 4-4-4. This is before the playoffs started. It's 4-5. And he's hoping it's 4. 7-point LA lead. Wilkes. The Sixers told us before the series that they don't mind if Wilkes shoots outside. They want to stop his inside play, and he's been effective there in this game. Tony gets around a few, huh? Malone. Again. How's that train doing? Kareem with 4 fouls remains on the bench with 22 points. Pat Riley would like to bring him back, but hopes he has a cushion when he does. Irving makes no mistake on a feed from Andrew Tony. Malone just waiting for someone to come inside. He's on Rambis. Bobby Jones on a steal. 2-on-1 break. Clint Richardson and Bobby Jones. This is his second. 97-93 Lakers. Under 8 minutes to go. 4th period. LA must win to survive and stay alive. Kareem. Foul. Basket will count. Foul is on Moses Malone. That's his 3rd personal foul. 3 on Moses. The 76ers have beaten the Lakers 5 straight times this year, twice in the regular season and 3 more times here in the championship. Malone. The crowd thought that Malone had fouled Abdul-Jabbar. Just a thought.
Crowds don't think.
Oh.
They react.
Wide open is McGee. Malone is fouled by Kurt Rambis. A loose ball foul. And that'll be the 14th foul against Los Angeles here in this 4th period. Tony. Shuffles into Doc. And Magic Johnson in control with Andrew Toney trying to get in his way. Bobby Jones with another steal, and it sounds like a broken record. Cheeks driving in. Malone. Another offensive rebound. Another one. Look at that. What do you do about that?
Well, Kareem was never in a position to stop him because he's reacting defensively, and he never once. Moses got that first shot off. It was all catch-up, and no one ever caught him.
Remember we said Malone hadn't done that much statistically? He has 22 points, and he has 19 rebounds, the most he has had in this series. Because they're only shooting 32%, so they've made up for it with their work off the offensive board. Here's the alley-oop to Cooper. Doesn't work. Bobby Jones. And the Sixers trying to cut it to 3. Cheeks does exactly that. And Philadelphia is making their 4th period run now. Johnson. Wilkes. Moses. His 20th rebound of the ball game. He led the league with an average of 15 during the year. Tony. And it could have been 1. Now, a bad pass. Kareem overthrew Jamal Wilkes as he hangs his head. What a game this man has played. Marvelous.
And now the train's on schedule again.
Philadelphia 76ers making the run, trying to wrap it up in 4 straight. Trailing by a point. 4:15 showing on the clock. Kareem. And Malone snares the rebound with his reach, his 22nd rebound of the ball game. 4 minutes to go. Wilkes. Punching at Tony, punching at the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tony lost it, and Wilkes gets it back. Here come the Lakers. Cooper. And the Sixers want a timeout after that Cooper basket. He is 11 of 12 at the free throw line, so under 3 minutes to go. It's 104-103 Los Angeles. Lakers over the limit in the foul. Sixers have committed 14 fouls. Kareem. And it's 3 points again. They have 15 seconds on the 24-second shot clock, and the Sixers playing their usual tight team defense. Kareem, and it's knocked away by the doctor, and here he comes. A big play and a tie. They've come all the way back from 16 points under 2 minutes to play. Our fourth tie against the Philadelphia Trap Rambus. The 33-year-old Juliusörbing with a big play. And Magic Johnson goes in and is pushed inside. That's the 15th foul against the Sixers. But now Philadelphia trying to take the lead with 1:35 now remaining. Bobby Jones.
And this is the place they want to be. They think they can beat anyone going down the stretch.
Julius gave up his dribble, guarded by Magic. Wilkes is all over Tony. Cheeks with 1 second, they don't get it off. The 24-second clock expires. Big defense by LA, Russ.
And the Lakers have to score this time down. You got to take advantage of that. When you can get a turnover like that, when they don't get a shot off, you've got to nail it down by scoring on it.
1 point lead for LA. Cooper. Into Kareem. Double team, skyhook. Short. And Malone gets it out to Maurice Cheeks. 76ers looking to take the lead. And they will. And the man who may want it more than anyone else in this forum, Juliusörbing, has made the steal and the big basket, and on the feed has given Philadelphia 108-107 lead.
And that's one of the things you notice Juliusörbing, he had, as we talked about earlier, didn't have the numbers up there, but he has made a couple of key plays going down the stretch.
And it's when you get them, right? It's like your block shots when you play with the Celtics. All right, the Lakers, if they needed to score last time down, Russ, I'm sure they need to do it now. 50 seconds. Magic, bottled up. Cooper, into Kareem. Got Malone and Cheeks on him. Foul. And if it had gone in, it would have been a three-point possibility. Cheeks has some words for Earl Strom, who says stop right there.
It's a substitution Billy Cunningham would make.
The Lakers are 9 of 11 from the line this half. Philadelphia, 22 of 25. 42 seconds remaining. Pat Riley, who guided his team to a title last year over that man, Billy Cunningham. Maybe a reversal this time around. And Kareem, 8 for 10 from the line. And it's 109-108 Philadelphia with 40 seconds to go and 20 on the shot clock. Julius with 10, with Magic guarding him. Irving outside, hits a big one. A big basket. And a 111-108 Philadelphia lead, and the Lakers call their last timeout. So with 19 seconds, the Lakers still have a shot. Now this game is far from over. Now Kevin Loughery's been in a lot of down-to-the-wire games where amazing things can happen. Into Kareem, knocked away by Cheeks and a steal. Cheeks will use up the clock. No, Malone. And that may do it. And look at the Sixer bench. They know
it's that defense. So right again, that defense comes up with the big play.
Magic Johnson misses a three-pointer. And the Philadelphia 76ers, Maurice Cheeks, quiet, knows they're going to be the world champions, folks. And Billy's done it, finally.
That's 1 second left on the clock.
I don't think they're going to play that 1 second. Pat Riley and Billy Cunningham, Warriors, great coaches together. They're both great young coaches. They asked Juliusörbing, would you rather win it at home? And he said no, because that would mean 72 hours more of wondering, and I've wondered long enough. Julius has his ring. Moses Malone did what Philadelphia wanted him to do. The champions of the NBA 1982-83. 4 straight Only the 4th time in history. Golden State did it over Washington in 75, Milwaukee over Baltimore in 71, and the Celtics over Minneapolis back in 59. And now the Lakers.
When I was a kid.
Yes. Sixer dressing room. And the man who came alive with 24 points, 23 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Question as to whether Billy Cunningham will come back to coach, but that's not the main issue right now. All right. Right now, we're going to go down into the 76er dressing room to Brent Musburger. Brent, do you hear me?
Doc, congratulations, Doc. How does it feel now? You've waited so long for that NBA championship.
Well, 7 years is a long time, but it was well worth the wait.
Doc, take me through those last hectic minutes. You scored the last 7 points for him. The first field goal comes on the steal.
I think it was just a matter of opportunities coming. There you go, Bill. Being in the right place at the right time. They put so much concentration, I think, on Andrew and Moses. It just opened me up right at the end.
Billy, did you think when you fell behind again that you could come back in this one?
This team has done it all season, all year in the playoffs. The thing, we just didn't come out the way we wanted to in the second half. We just came out and played the ball we're capable of.
Hey, Alfredo.
Mo, how do you feel?
Oh, I feel great, man. I had to go to the boys full quarter. I feel great. Hello, Alfredo, and Mr. Gill, my mother, Mary Malone, and my little boy, Small. Talking. I'm on. Hey, mama. Everybody in 5266, all right. I'm on.
Oh, come here a minute, just if we can be serious. Moment, for just a moment. Did you, at any time, when you said 4, 4, 4, have any doubts about what you were saying? Did you really think this team was that good?
You know, I felt that we were a strong team, and I thought we could go 4, 4, 4. But against Milwaukee, the 5th game, that they got more aggressive than us, and we showed a lot of courage tonight by coming back in the 4th quarter. I figured that, last night I thought that we could win by 5. We play our game.
All right, Mo, congratulations.
Thank you.
This has been a memorable playoff series. Not only Philadelphia winning in 4 straight, Murray O'Brien, and the commissioner has the trophy presentation to make to the victorious Philadelphia 76ers and their owner, Harold Katz. Commissioner?
Well, thanks, Brent. First of all, let's all have a special nod to Dr. J, Julius-Erving. This has to be a great night for him. Moses, you look relaxed back there, too. Two great basketball teams, the 2 greatest teams in the world, played it out. And the world champions are here with us right now, the Philadelphia 76ers, the champions of the world. The entire team, the whole world. And so, to Billy Cunningham, their coach, the assistant coaches, the general manager, the entire team, and to my good friend, the owner of the 76ers, cigar in mouth and all the rest, Harold Katz, into your... Yeah, I can't lift it here. Into your permanent possession. The 76ers own this forever. The World Championship.
Billy Cunningham, let me have a quick word with you. There were rumors that if you won this championship, you were going to step out as coach following this. How do you feel now? What are your plans?
Right now, Brent, I can't think of anything. My mind is a complete blank after what we've just achieved and the way we had to do it coming out in that second half. I'm just going to enjoy this for a while, and then I'll sit down and evaluate it with my family and what direction we're going.
There was a great moment for the Doc, the last 7 points there until Moses and Cheeks got the slam. What was going through your mind?
I just thought it was a picture book story. We've worked so hard and Doc's been so close But I think what this team shows, and it should show everybody, that you have to stick with it. Sometimes you fail, but you have to be ready to get up and climb back up that mountain and make it.
Billy, I couldn't be happier for someone than I am for you right now and this entire team. You have struggled, and how you so deserve it. We're going to be joining Dick Stockton, Bill Russell, and Kevin Lockery in just a moment as we leave the victorious Philadelphia 76ers, who have won it in 4 straight.